In interpreting this week, we learned about interpreting in the medical and legal fields, and like where you would do that, like in hospitals or like in trials or things like that, or even in like pullover situations that involve police officers. And so you want to be an interpreter. They talk more on the legal side and about how sometimes court trials, they might need more than one interpreter. In the video about being a deaf resident, Jessica, I don't remember her last name, she says how she loves being in the medical field, not only because it's her passion, but because she knows it's her way of bridging a gap that is lacking for deaf people, and that her being like able to sign and deaf, she can give deaf people who come to get medical attention a better experience. In the video with Lynette Reep, she talks about how she is an ASL interpreter and coordinator for the University of Vermont Medical Center, and what she does is she doesn't just interpret, but she also makes sure that people who can't communicate with just the regular English, like deaf or Hispanic people, she makes sure they have the right care. She really loves she talks about how she loves doing her job, and it's really rewarding just to see everybody and meet all different types of people. In the video with Marlee Matlin, she gives advice to deaf and hard of hearing people because she's married to a police officer and she wants to bridge the gap between the two sides because they can be very different. She talks about how you should have like a sign in your window or a little wallet-sized card that says like I'm deaf or I'm hard of hearing, and that could really help. She says that like if you get pulled over, to pull over as soon as possible in a safe area, and to do the universal sign for saying that you're deaf, so your ears like that you can't hear, and if that doesn't work, to ask or to try to ask for paper and pen the best way you could. It was actually interesting to see this video because I remember watching it in high school and thinking that it was really interesting how, and yeah, you wouldn't really even realize how different it would be for an experience for a deaf person to be pulled over. So yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting, and that was all.